it's Ashley with At Home with Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. This is part 3 of turning your board games into beautiful books. Part 1 was dyeing the book. Part 2 was designing the cover. Today we're going to upload the cover onto Cricut Design Space and then cut it out. So I've been doing this series for a little bit. Sorry, a bathroom renovation got in the way and we are redoing bananagrams. So let's get started. First thing we're going to do is open Cricut Design Space, and that is their free software. And if you've never done anything on here, you're going to go to new project. Since I already have stuff saved on here, I'm going to go to my stuff, and all of my game board covers I keep under one file. So if I ever want to print them again, I can. So I click customize to go into that file. And then I keep all of my layers. I make it so you can't see the old ones. That way I don't accidentally print the wrong thing. And then we're going to go to upload. And we are going to select upload image and then browse. And I just saved mine, so mine's on top. You can only upload one at a time. So let's start with the cover. We're going to push continue once it's on there. And this is where you select what the background is. So this is how the machine knows what to cut and what to leave. So first I'm going to just select the background behind the bananas. And then I like to zoom in a little, and we're going to just go, I don't know why mine does this. Like I try to zoom and it doesn't want to. So between the B's, the A, just like the little spaces so they know to cut like inside the negative space of the letters. I'm clicking those. And then that should be everything on that one. Pretty simple. I like to do preview single layer, and we'll see if I can scroll up. Why does it do this? Maybe if you know why it does this, you can tell me in the comments. But you can kind of just preview it and see, okay, that looks good. So we're going to push apply and continue. And then on here, there's different options. I like to just choose a single layer. That's all you need with these. And then it's going to kind of give you another preview, and you're going to put upload. So on this one, it always makes it giant on the canvas. I don't know why, but the height on this is 8.5. So I'm going to switch that out right there. Oh, I did that wrong. I should have had the lock on. So let's do undo. Whoops. I don't know why I did that. Here, let's just upload it again because it'll be saved now. So it's right here, add to canvas. And then what we're going to do is we are going to, so the lock button's on now. I don't know why it wasn't before. 8.5. And what the lock button does is it keeps it in its proportion. So now you can see that looks good. So we're going to push upload again and go to the spine. So let's push browse. We're going to select it. It's right on top, easy breezy. We just saved it. And we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to click on the background and then click the negative space in the letters, which with bananagrams, there's kind of a good amount. Let's see here, R-A. Let's preview this single layer. Looks good. Apply and continue. Then you just select single layer. This multiple layers one takes forever to bring up. You don't need it, so don't worry about it. Upload that, and then again, it's too big, so make sure to lock that little lock guy. Let's see, there it goes. And then push 8.5, and there you go. You are ready to go. So next, we are going to select make. And then it's going to think about it for a second. I like to cut mine on a mat because I'm not using smart materials. So I need my mat. I'm doing a 12 by 12 mat. That looks good to me. And then on this, I always like to double check and see how much vinyl I need. You could cut 12 inches, but you waste it. So I only really need it to the 9-inch line. So that's good. And a really important thing you want to do right here is select mirror. If you don't do this, it'll print, you'll weed it out, and it'll be backwards. So you don't want that. And then we're going to push continue. For this project, I'm using the Explorer 3, and that's because my vinyl is this big, and so I'm just like being lazy. But if you don't have a Cricut machine and you need to buy it for this project, I would actually suggest the Cricut Joy Extra. That will be big enough to print like any label you need. and it's the most affordable one that'll print everything you need. So that's what I suggest if you're just starting out with a Cricut machine. Okay, so the machine is on, and it needs to be on and connected to my computer so that they can speak to each other. So now that our machine is on, we are going to try to get it to connect to our computer. Let's see here. I have it connected through USB, so let's see if it will connect. Sometimes this takes a second. Look at that, just worked great. So on here, you're gonna see set base material, and I like to use everyday iron-on. If you don't see it there, you can go to browse all materials, but since I see it, let's just select it. I bet yours will be there as well. And then we need to load the tools and the materials. Okay, so we need to get this vinyl cut down so it's the right width. So remember, we looked at the mat on the computer and we saw this needs to be 9 inches long. So I'm just gonna put it in this cutter guy that I really like, and we're gonna slice it. Slice and dice, so easy. And then we are going to put it on a mat. So here's the mat here. Oh, it's feeling pretty good. Okay, so one thing you need to know is for iron-on material, you want to put it shiny side down. So it kind of seems wrong because you're not going to see the yellow when you put it on, but it is right. Make sure to do it this way. The shiny side is like the plastic sticky part, and so that's gonna like be the back of the vinyl, and that's why you want it against the mat. This is not my best mat, but that's okay. So next we are going to put it in the machine, feed it right here at the little bottom part, and hope that it stays on. And then we're gonna push those little arrow buttons and it's gonna suck it in. And make sure that you have enough vinyl, that the mat is the length that you told it was. Ooh, that's not great. Okay, hopefully we can get this to stick. Another thing I should have done before putting it in the machine is you can use this tool to push it down. So since it's having an extra hard time, please work. I'm gonna push it down. Okay, hope that's good enough. So now we're gonna push play and it's gonna start cutting. Okay, so now the machine is cutting it and you don't need to do anything. I like to be in the same room in case it jams up. The computer will tell you how far along it is. Mine always shows it's 100% done even when it's not. So we're gonna let it finish at the end and then I'll show you what to do to finish it up. Okay, the machine is done cutting. You can tell because it totally stopped making noise. And this little button is flashing at the top, so you hit it and then that unloads it. And it's really hard to tell. You really can't see that you did anything, but it's cut. So join me next time and we are going to weed it and iron it onto the book box to make the game look like a book. Okay, so that's part 3 for you. Let me know if you have any questions on uploading your cover into Cricut Design Space and then cutting it. Like I said, next time we will weed it and put it on the book and then we'll be done. It is hot in here, so sorry if I'm a little bit sweaty. If I have the fan on, it ruins the noise, so I'm sweaty to give you hopefully a pretty good video. And if you missed part 1 and part 2, I'm going to link the playlist so that you can watch those. And then I have one that's kind of an overall view that I made when I very first started these. I feel like I've gotten better over time, so that's good news. But yeah, if you have questions, let me know. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already, please subscribe.